But the moment I say that I'm not going to succumb to this because this is my purpose, this is something that I want to contribute to the society, come what may. And I think then the path is absolutely clear.
I love working with these women because what actually happens is they doubt themselves because they didn't grow up with social media. They didn't grow up with LinkedIn. They're not sure how it all works.
In psychology, we define career as anything that makes you productive.
Hello, everyone. Happy morning, happy afternoon, and happy evening. I wish you all of that because you must be watching this episode of The Revolving Perspectives from any corner of this world. And hence, I'm wishing you all of that. Welcome all of you in this one more episode, which is specifically crafted, designed on the occasion of International Women's Day celebrating womanhood. So we have been talking to women across the world, sharing their experiences, their life journeys, which are inspiring us, which are giving us small bits and pieces of learning, which we pick up from their life journeys. Uh, Today, I'm going to talk to a lady who's in a different kind of profession altogether. When we talk about women in profession, there are still taboos across the world. There are people who think that for certain professions, women should not get into it. However, that's not the case. Women are progressing and they are proving themselves, and we are seeing those examples as well. Such examples are there around us as well. And hence, I'm talking to this lady from Malaysia. Welcome, Sharon. I want you to share with my audience the life journey of yours, the choices that you made. These were conscious choices, and why you made them, and what are your dreams, and everything. We'll talk about you, and let's see what our audience and me, what all that we can pick up from it. Hello.
All right. Thank you so much, Vinda, all the way from India, and I'm from Malaysia. Yeah. So as a woman, it's a pleasure to be invited here, and thank you again. In Malaysia, I live in PJ, which is next to KL.
Okay.
I'm a homemaker for 13 years before I explore into property, real estate. Yes, I'm a real estate negotiator for 10 years. Why did I explore real estate? It's because I get to negotiate my timing, my day to serve my clients. Because for me, priority is always family first. So I have two children. They are already working right now. 10 years ago, they were still studying. So as a working mom, I need to prioritize my kids' schedule first. Their schooling, their meals, their tuition, and all that. All right. So, being a property negotiator, it is initially not encouraged by my husband and my father because they say that it's a little bit too dangerous for women. But I was saying that it's okay as long as we work around the vicinity near my home. I think it should be all right. Then you just come along I'll tell my husband, why don't you come along and just make sure that this particular house that I'm selling is okay. At least I meet the house owner and you have seen that I'm okay. And in a blink of an eye, it's 10 years. Wow, where did the time go?
Wow.
I enjoy my career very much because it gets me out of my house.
Yeah.
It gets me out of my house. And I get to see other houses. and I get to meet people. And the one thing that I love about what I do is because I'm in sub-sale. Sub-sale means the property has already an existing owner. When the property owner wants to sell their property, it's always one criteria, that is financial.
Correct.
So if I'm able to help that owner sell off his property, you will see the beaming smile and the relief from the owner's face. It is something that here is priceless. So that gets me going again and again to help owners sell off their properties. And of course, on the buyer's perspective is to get their dream home. So that's what I do, Vinda.
Perfect. So Sharon, you just said in the beginning, and that was my pretty much curiosity as well, because the kind of profession that you are in, and you have chosen it yourself, you are a property negotiator, that you are saying. Now, around me and in various parts of this world also, I don't think it is considered as a profession of women, because they feel that it could be risky, maybe for women, and the kind of hardships this kind of profession requires, women may not be able to do it. And you said that right in the beginning from your family as well, you got this kind of response in the beginning, then you proved, and over the 10 years you grew, you developed, you built over it. But in the beginning, I'm sure you must have felt that kind of resistance. How did you deal with it?
Oh, the kind of resistance is usually from family members. Family
Mhm.
members, they were not encouraging in the first place because before I was a stay-home mom, I'm always in operation. The first, my career, I'm a chartered secretary, so it's operation based. Next time, I move on to stockbroking, again in operation based. So I'm always the internal, the operation, the back end person. Then all of a sudden, when I'm exposed to the sales, it takes a little longer to prove to them that it is okay. I'm doing it right. And now they are cheering me on.
Wow.
And yes, and the thing that 10 years ago, we don't have all this technology like the ways whereby we can Google our place to the client's house. I always need to take a little while to find the client's place. Find the client's place through map, physical map, or drive around and check out the place. So to make sure I'm safe, I try not to be too ambitious in taking up larger commercial properties like factory or warehouse, which is very far off and it could be in a secluded place, which is a little bit unsafe for ladies. I'll try to take up, not too ambitious, to take up properties around my housing area.
All
So
right.
in that essence, I'm more familiar and it's safer. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I do. Yep.
So
Sorry,
that is
Linda.
how you built slowly over it. I mean, you first took a smaller bites and then started building over it as you started gathering confidence. Is that so? Yeah, you said it, right? Okay. So right now, I'm sure that you are coming across as an inspiration
Yes.
to those women who are professionally searching to do something differently. But for your time, like 10 years back, what was an inspiration for you to get into something like this?
That time, my inspiration, because when 10 years ago, my youngest child, my daughter,
Mm.
has already finished the primary education, going off to the secondary. So I think that it is high time I should get back into the working world. And being unemployed for 13 years, I find whatever savings that I had has shrunk so much because the cost of living, the standard of living, and of course money is the number one factor. I need to build my career. I can't be relying on my better half to to get some pocket money or for that fancy dress that I wanted to buy or a little bit of gift that I want to give for my children. I don't want to be totally relying on someone else. I feel a little bit crippled in the sense that whatever I want to buy, I have to ask.
Oh,
Whatever I buy, I have to account. So I believe all the women out there or anyone who is relying on their better half would have that kind of feeling. So as a career woman previously, I wanted that sense of financial freedom, financial freedom. So all I need is to start small. And I know that by doing sales, it is the fastest way. And what more, I believe in helping people to get homes, to get their homes or to set free from financial burden. So I believe that being a property negotiator is the ideal way for me to do it.
right.
So it warms my heart to see that
Wow.
everything is good for my clients.
What I gather from what you say, Sharon, is more than business or profession, financial freedom, and all those things that you always aspire for. Apart from that, this warmth, this satisfaction, that you are seeing that smile on somebody's face is more important to you. And I think that's the driving factor for you, and for many it could be the same. So this is I'm taking a pause here and talking to my audience and telling them that all those women who are struggling right now with whichever scenarios, like for financial freedom or for something that they want to do something on their own and get that kind of satisfaction, what gives you that happiness is important, because that is going to be the driving force for all of us. So now, Sharon, this brings me to my next question, that it's a journey of 10 long years that you've been saying. What were those key milestones which keep giving you that energy to go on and not leave the journey midway? What were those milestones or indicators which told you that, Sharon, you're on the right path and just keep walking, go ahead, don't leave it halfway? What was that?
Wow, thank you so much for this question, Binda. Whether it's 10 years or 1 year or 2 years, sometimes along the way, we tend to have frustration. Yes, I did hear quite a fair bit at the beginning of, oh wow, I was blocked, I'm mentally blocked. How am I going to overcome this phase? Or I was, or my deal that is just so close, it was taken away by another agent. Or sometimes we struggle with, sometimes we have family issues that we have to tend first and we have to give up this part. And sometimes the most, how do I say, stumbling block was as we age, our immune system will get a
Yes.
little bit lower.
Yes.
And when I fall sick, sometimes it could be a week or a two, or my children fall sick, I will find that my career will have to put on hold. So I find that in spite of all this stumbling block, we will have to reassess the situation and see how can we make it better so as not to disrupt my career. So number one, I find that immune system is the key thing, or my family always getting sick, or I'm getting very lethargic, end of day, I can't go on as a woman. Sometimes we hit the premenopause stage. So the key thing is to be healthier. So
Yes.
what I do is we have to boost our immune system by eating right, sleeping right, exercising, take that supplements if you need to. And the greatest gift I would say is ourselves. If we take care of ourselves, our looks, our health, it is the best thing I could give to my family. Family first, God first, family second, and career is the third. So I believe taking care of ourselves is the most important thing, health-wise as well as mental. So as long as our mind is always positive, like you will say that emptying a cup so you can take in more good things. So it's always important for me that every day when I go to sleep, I'm able to sleep just like this without counting thousands or hundreds of sheep. If I'm able to do that, it means that I have a good day.
Yes.
So I believe that I have been sleeping very well. The minute I touch my pillow, before you count to 5, I'm already out.
Wow.
So that is the thing that will determine whether I have a good day. So most of the time, I would say 99% is of no issue at all. So whatever it is, if we find that we are tired along the way in our career, or get frustrated about life, I think it's high time we explore a hobby that will distress us, recharge, so we're able to snap back into action, say 2 hours later. So my hobby was Toastmasters.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So I believe at one time I have gone a little bit tired. I was thinking, oh, do I have to show the houses again? Oh, do I have to do my job again? Or do I have to entertain all this time where 80% they are not serious, or doing my daily routine? And when I joined Toastmasters, it sort of gave me the instant recharge, instant reboot 2 hours later. So
Wow.
I would say that don't stop in whatever you're doing. Just give a little pause. And if you need to recharge, find something, a hobby that will give you that instant recharge, say 2 hours later. Some will go to the gym, some will do gardening, some would like to explore Facebook or do TikTok. But for me, it's always everyone from 18 years old right up to 80 years old. So I take home a lot of positive messages from that 2 hours recharge. So it's good. To always recharge. As a woman, we need to be very versatile. We are multitasker. Always give yourself that kind of privilege to love yourself, to allow yourself to have that 2 hours free time to recharge everything. That's from me.
Wow.
That's all. Yeah.
So much of important points that you touched upon, Sharon, where every time when we come across a problem or a roadblock, we think that it is an external force which is working on us. But there are so many roadblocks which work on us from within, internally, and our health, our sleep, our hobbies are so important points. If we work on them, I think we become more capable to work on the roadblocks which are coming from external forces as well. So internal forces, then always, if we work on these pointers that you just said, internal forces will always work in our favor. They will give us that positive energy to fight out whatever problems that we face. May it be internal, may it be external, but the positivity retains. And for my audience, I want definitely to underline this point that it is a point of learning for all of us. When we talk about hobby or something to do to entertain ourselves or to relax, we may think of things like going out, going for a walk or whatever. What Sharon is doing is a learning point for me, because Toastmasters Club, I have heard a lot about it, and I know that our public speaking skills get groomed over there like anything. You also get to know a lot of people who are into public speaking, who are sharpening their skills and overcoming their fears and establishing, proving themselves to be able to stand in front of a crowd and express their thoughts in a certain fashion. And if that is your hobby, Sharon, I must say that even through hobby, you are giving an opportunity to yourself to keep learning, keep growing, and what we call it as continuous growth. So salute to you for your hobby as well.
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah. And my last question, now that we are coming to the concluding part of our interview, I want to ask you, what is your dream, Sharon? Where do you want to reach? Is there anything, your dream?
Dream. Oh, I use, when we are in the working world, or whether we are under employment, we will go for training. And most of the time, trainers will tell you to do a vision board.
Yes.
I have done many vision board, and some of them will say, just put in your wildest dream on the vision board. And you know what happened? It is board after board. I find that I have never achieved any of those goals on the board. And I find it very demotivating here. So subsequently, I tell myself, why not I do my dreams or my goals in the bite size? So in that case, that after achieving it, you feel very motivated. Yay, I achieved it. I feel very motivated and move on to another section of the same dream.
Yes.
So it's, for example, my career. If let's say my boss said, why don't you put 500,000 as your income for the year? I say, no, I will not. Why don't I put 100,000 first? Because if I'm able to achieve that 100,000 in a matter of months instead of 1 year, I will feel so motivated in this 3 months. I will give myself a pat on the back and say, yeah, I did it. And I feel so motivated to move to the next level, to achieve another 100,000. You know what I mean? So I believe that setting dreams and goals is very individual. As for me, I am at this stage whereby I don't want to get so stressed out about achieving the ultimate goal. I want to enjoy the journey of every day, focusing in front. That's what I told my daughter. Focus in front. My daughter just graduated. She is so perplexed in the thing that I want to achieve this dream by 25. I must be somebody, or by 30, I must be this situation. But she is so stressed in applying for jobs. I said, why don't you just focus on applying for the job? So formally, I would say set the dream, set the goal. But at the end of the year, we fail to achieve it and we feel so demotivated and we have to repeat everything. So at this moment, I would say focus on the present, set your goal into bite size. where you can achieve it in the quickest span of time. So you feel motivated and move on to your second goal or double it up. So I would say that enjoy your journey. Don't get stressed out by whatever is out there and do what you have to do. Like today. Like today, I need to chat with Winda and talk about Women International Day. Of course, I will do it well. So I say, always enjoy the journey and be present. That's all from me.
That's a beautiful message, Sharon, because all around us there are people, motivators, inspirational, speakers, coaches, and there are people who are our family members who are around us who are also doing their own journey, struggling in their own lives as well, and we are looking at all of them. We also get to experience what our mentors and coaches say, what those motivational speakers say, and we also see our own lives the way we are living it. Ultimately, I think the best person who can understand us the best is ourselves. So if we know what works fantastically with ourselves, that's the key. If you know that this is how you can progress in a better fashion, then nobody else in the world can go to that level and be that precise to in telling us what one should be doing. And I'm happy, Sharon, that you could find your own way across all those methods that were bombarded on you. So yes, certain people find great happiness, and they find it miraculously working for them, the vision board part of it. However, you found it for yourself that make the dream into small chunks, small pieces, bite them first, enjoy the enjoy and relish the test, and then go ahead. That's the way you found for yourself. And I think the key message here is find out what works for you, because what works for the world may not work for you. You find out how you are, where you want to change yourself, push yourself to make that change, and go ahead. I think those small things keep giving us happiness, motivation all our life. So thank you so much, Sharon, for sparing this time, sparing your sharing your experience of life, and those small messages. I'm sure our audience will benefit, learn from it, and get a different perspective to look at their lives. Thank you so much. This series is for International Women's Day, and we are publishing one interview every day from 1st March to 8th March. Keep watching this space for more interviews, and keep sharing your feedback as well with us. We are more than happy to receive your feedback and understand what you feel, how you feel about the whole thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Winda.
Self-talk is the most important. There is nobody out there who's going to encourage you as much as you can.
Your image must be an inspiration for change, because you can be the power for change.
We often think of diversity as being a gender-led thing, whereas diversity is a simple English term that celebrates the differences between each of us.